Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Watch, cop turns body cam away as fellow cop starts beating handcuffed man's face. A police officer was caught intentionally turning his body camera so that it would not capture the scene as his colleague used excessive force on a handcuffed man. By Rachel Blevins, January 19, 2018. Newly released body camera footage is giving insight into the incident that led to a police officer being accused of using excessive force for beating a handcuffed man while his fellow officers turned away, with one of them even moving his body cam so that it would not capture the assault. Police in Louisville, Indiana, located a car that they claimed was reported stolen around 3 a.m. on Sunday, and when they attempted to pull it over, driver Ray Maurice Bard, 36, led them on a chase that ended when he crashed into a concrete garage, according to a report from the Louisville Courier-Journal. Bard then fled the scene. He jumped over a fence and ran through a backyard, and when police caught up to him, they tossed him and put him in handcuffs. The report noted that when searching the suspect, officers found a plastic bag filled with a variety of narcotics including 7 grams of methamphetamine, 4 grams of heroin and 4 grams of cocaine, among others. The footage from the body camera worn by one of the officers, which was recently released, is notable because it shows the officer's attitudes during the incident. The officer wearing the body camera is joking, chuckling, and laughing maniacally throughout the video, showing that he knew Bard was not a dangerous suspect. "It's the police. It's the police," the officer joked, telling someone who appears to be a nearby homeowner, "Yeah, man, he ran through your fence," before laughing again. Advertisement. The officer continued to laugh and joke as he helped another officer lead the handcuffed suspect around the side of the house, to the patrol cars. "What's the matter?" the officer questioned when the suspect groaned in pain. "Tada!" the officer exclaimed when they brought Bard to the area where the car he was driving had crashed and other officers were waiting. Bard then tried to run from officers again, but he slipped on a patch of ice and fell. The officer wearing the body cam continued to laugh maniacally as he watched the suspect fall, and other officers pounce on him and tase him once again. However, the officer's actions are notable because instead of physically assisting his colleagues, he stood guard and angled his torso so that his body camera would not capture the scene as officers pounced on Bard, and he cried out in pain. "Oh, why you do it to me?" Bard asked the officers after he was tossed a second time. "Why did you run again?" an officer responded. "You hurt my arm." Bard shouted at the officers who tackled him. "Well, stand up," an officer replied. "I can't," Bard said. When Bard claimed he was unable to stand, the officers proceeded to drag him by his handcuffed arms back to the patrol car. As the officer wearing the body camera clearly tries to keep himself from filming the entirety of the scene, one of the officers strikes Bard across the face with his forearm. "Videotape this shit," Bard is heard yelling, as he groaned in pain. While there were multiple officers involved in the arrest, and it is unclear what type of conduct was used when Bard was on the ground, Sergeant Jason Tackett is now under investigation for striking Bard when he appeared to be complying with the officers and was not resisting arrest. The Courier-Journal noted that Tackett claimed he believed Mr. Bard was going to attempt to flee again on foot, and I struck Mr. Bard to the right side of his head to prevent his escape, again. Given the officer's excuse, it should be noted that at the time he hit Bard, the man was on his knees, with his handcuffed hands raised behind him, surrounded by multiple officers, and it did not appear from the video that he was making any attempt to flee the scene. WDRB reported that after the incident, Bard was in need of medical care, and was taken to the hospital. He is now facing charges of possession of controlled substances, resisting arrest, criminal recklessness, and reckless driving. Tackett is a 12-year veteran of the Clarksville Police, and he has been placed on paid administrative leave, according to the report. In other words, Tackett's decision to physically strike a suspect has resulted in a taxpayer-funded vacation.
Bus on Duncan.
First alleyway to the left off of Duncan. Looks like he's continuing on.
10-4.
Say disregard, come back to state.
I got a cramp. Look at that. Look at his hand. Bunch of dope. It's the police, ma'am. It's the police. It's the police. I have no idea. Huh?
We have one.
He ran through it, yeah. Yeah, ma'am. He ran through your fence.
That was us running into.
Shit.
What street is this, man? It's 122 North 34th.
Give us 1 second, ma'am. Just stay up here for a second.
The residence is 122.
Step over the bathroom. You cold, man?
I feel it.
I'll be reaching for nothing. You okay?
Ready on with 45. I ran that corner and I fell down there.
Did you? How about we pick him up and we walk right back around, want to?
Stand up.
Can you walk?
Stand up, ain't nothing wrong with you. I'm 51 years old, man, and ran after your ass.
I knocked him out.
That's better turn out.
What's the matter? Did you see me hit that garbage can?
No, I couldn't fly.
I didn't tell. I was like, shit. What's that? What is that? What? Oh, goodness.
Stand up, man. I ain't carrying you.
Stand up, man. It's all right. Now put your hat back on. How's that? Oh, just put it in your shirt. How's that? There we go.
I hurt my leg.
Well, you shouldn't have ran. Hey, did that cut the rear thing work?
Yeah, it helped out a lot.
Nice. Ta-da! Have a seat. There you go.
Taser.
Stay
That sucks.
there.
Nice.
Let me touch my foot.
Y'all got the passenger?
Yeah.
He just kind of
He was
chilled.
like,
He tried to get out at first.
he was like, I ain't going. Don't take me on this ride with you.
Look.
That's there it goes again. You're an idiot. Don't run.
Why would you run again?
Oh, okay. Help! No. Help me!
Let's put him in the car.
I just sit on his ice for a minute. You ain't hurt.
Yeah, we'll get the leg check.
Oh, shit. Oh, why you do it to me?
Why'd you run again?
Oh, because you trying to hurt me, man. You trying to fucking hurt me.
How are we trying to hurt you?
Help me. Oh, God. Please, you motherfucking trying to hurt me.
Let's pick him up, put him back over there.
Oh.
I got it.
Oh! 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 You done broke my fucking arm!
No, we didn't.
Oh!
Stand up!
Okay!
Stand up!
Okay!
Stand up!
Okay! Ah!
Shut up and go away.
Oh, my ass! Ah! Oh, man, you got fucked up, man.
Get up. Get up and walk.
Walk!
Okay!
Walk.
Oh, you
got him
fucking
tight.
hurt me.
Get up. Walk. Walk.
Okay!
All right, then we'll drag you.
Video, baby!
Oh, shit.
Ah!
I got to put him in the car.
Oh, shit! No! I'm gonna stop you, you fucking hurt my arm!
Well, stand up!
Okay! Here, put these on his head. Oh, damn, now you gonna steal me? Videotape this shit! Oh, don't stop it on me! Oh, videotape it!
Stop, stand
Oh,
still.
you in the face!
Stop it.
Oh, shit! Videotape it! Oh, he kicked me in the face! Oh, shit! I'm knocked out. Man, please, God, this motherfucker stopped on my face.
He's in there.
Oh! Oh! Man, what the fuck, yo? How much did you find her?
Bunch.
Oh! Fuck!
Lay down.
Oh!
Stay right there.
Oh, shit, man. Fucking go on and kill me, man. You won't fucking kick me and break my ribs and shit. Oh, God. Oh, man. Fuck you. You racist son of a bitch. You won't kick me and hit me, man. Oh.
You didn't think y'all were gonna chase him over the state line, huh? Oh, this. He did Clarksville, which is the wrong people to run from. We'll chase you to the state line, Tennessee state line.
Is the car stolen or no? Okay.
There's a shit ton of dope on him.
Yeah, he had this in his hand.
Oh, dang. What do y'all need help with? Anything?
Well, we'll see here in a second.
He'll be in charge.
That's probably his tool stuff. His tool stuff and all this stuff in here.
Hey,
Got
get him up
baggies
and
and
stick him
needles too everywhere.
Get him up and stick him in a car.
Any more dope?
There's a lot of corn.
I can't fucking stand up, bitch. You hurt my side. We said call them when we get on 64 East from New Orleans.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I was like, wait,
It's always
who was
like that,
Coleman
man.
at 264?
Yeah, that's in our division.
Yeah, like, and then 2 seconds later, they're like, oh, they got a foot pursuit. I was like, oh, let's start going out.
Is this a rough area?
I mean,
I'd probably move down here and hang out.
I'll see if that was a video cameras and shit.
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.